Hello everyone! Welcome to the ending, the final part of the Warring Triad. Or perhaps not quite the last part. It's close enough. We still have one slight obstacle, you might say. Unu has a request regarding the final icon of the Warring Triad. Would that request be to kill it? Alright, don't get that close. Greetings, Warrior of Light. But one pillar of the Warring Triad remains. Zervan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories I've uncovered, this monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Mericidian beastmen. These creatures are the key to maintaining Zervan's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be imprisoned somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location and as swiftly as possible. We dare not risk the near disaster we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. As such, your fellow scions have already begun an exhaustive search, but there are several sectors which only you, Kryl, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Azisla forthwith and aid the investigations. Yes, let us do just that. Except you're gonna go and, rest on there again. No, there's not a new one yet. That'll be at the end of the quest, so let's head to the flagship at Azisla. So yes, this is the final in the Warring Triad. So as officially they've said, this is going to reveal potentially a lot of story stuff. So it's very exciting. Alright, so let's go on you, because I don't know, why not? And we, as always, have to take the really long journey over to the flagship. So, as far as I'm aware, the last pillar to fall is the last quest in this whole quest line, I think. But I know that there's at least the hard mode one, which we'll do the intro to after this. I don't believe that there's any more quests after this. So I suppose all of the story to finish this off will be encapsulated within this. Presumably after you beat Zurvan. So is it going to be same as normal? Get you a little bit of story you have access to, and then we go to fight? Now, has this changed at all? I don't think it has. I mean, I know it has changed since the beginning, but I don't believe it's changed since last time. It might change though after we complete this one. Or maybe something else will happen, like they could break or something to show that they've been defeated. Have I went too far? Yes, I have went too far. Alright, let's just run. Ah, destination. Excitement.
Alex, it's a good thing we caught you. The facility's been swarmed by Imperial troops.
That's not the voice I gave you. By their standards did we judge them soldiers of the 6th. I once more doth Regula van Hydrus,
Hail Hydrus!
Stretch forth his hand to seize the forbidden fruits of Alec. And once more have our meticulous wards been swept aside like so many cobwebs. Your meddlesome wards, I'm pretty sure that's going to be Hydrus. Your meddlesome wards were destroyed from within by the pulsating energies of an icon. Am I right? It's Hydrus! Who would have guessed? Nay. Put up your weapon. Put up your weapons? No, it should be put down your weapons. Put up your weapons and listen. The followers of Zervan have awakened.
and they toil to rouse their master.
The demon's worshippers yet slumbered when we confronted Sophia. Could the tampering of her thralls have been more widespread than we thought?
They shared a common enemy. 'Tis not unthinkable they would seek to free all those the Allagan had imprisoned.
Yes, the cage doors are open, and whilst you stand here quibbling over who picked the locks, my soldiers are inside the facility risking their lives and their sanity. They have volunteered to face death to prevent Zervan's servants from waking him in the fullness of his power. Now, assuming you have at last understood the gravity of the situation, it is time I rejoined them.
Yeah, this is not suspicious in the least.
But you cannot hope to succeed. The Icon will enslave the minds of any who draw near.
Thus did I seek out those with the power to resist his influence. Aid us, and mayhap my men will not perish in vain.
Yeah, sure.
You propose an alliance?
I have delved into the depths of this place and found its technology wanting. These mechanisms have failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Emperor.
I suppose that's technically a fair point, though I still don't trust you.
Twice have you bested me in combat. Will you now lend me that strength and stand against our mutual foe?
'Twas in opposing your reckless schemes that Izel was lost to us. You expect us to simply forgive and forget all that has come before?
I expect you to put aside your emotions and use your better judgment. But, of course, I am dealing with savages. I will not stand here and justify the death of the Ice Maiden. We pursued our ideals and you pursued yours. Such was the result. And mayhap you might consider another point. In these endless clashes, we have all lost comrades dear to us. Yet I choose to put aside past grievances, to beg your champion's aid, to appeal to your reason.
Thou art willing to build a bridge of common purpose upon such tremulous foundations? Yes? I too am hesitant to accept his arrangement. Archon Yoshtola, but the offer has been made to the Warrior of Light, and 'tis his involvement which shall ultimately sway its outcome. I shall abide by Alexander's decision. Well, regardless of whether or not he's completely 1000% untrustworthy, we should go along because we need to topple the primal regardless. Zervan must be stopped. I cannot fight alongside the Empire, ... Zervan must be stopped. That's the be-all and end-all of this. We can't have him awake.
For better or worse, we shall fight at your side. Mistress Cryle and I are also resistant to primal influences. We shall aid you where we can.
Then let us be on our way.
Okie dokie. Let's head into the Not a Trap. And... oh! I didn't expect this! Oh, right. Oh, I got panicky for a second there because of the angle. I thought we were in a new area. Whew.
Our companions have already passed through to the research facility. We should not lag behind.
Oh! Something is happening. Well... It's still a trap. It has to be a trap. Right? There's Zurvan and some of his centaurs. The demon stirs. Like a suckling babe, he feedeth upon the ether siphoned unto him by his thralls. We must needs deprive him of this sustenance.
Then we can destroy those devices.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Are we actually going to be, like, doing a special thing? Hold! Witness your soldiers! Ah, they fight amongst themselves. So they are, at least some of them are thralls. They have turned one against the other. Even half awake, Zervan corrupts and converts those who enter his aura, which is apparently very close to him. The three of us... Ow! Ah! Just kicked me computer! Well, kick the keyboard, desk, whatever. Ow! The three of us then, Alex. The three of us then. Alex, Unu. We rush in together and each disable a generator. We cannot give them the chance to rally a defense. Okay, that works. There's more than three, but... yeah, there we go.
There are 4 mechanisms by my count. If I can avoid the Icon's miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one.
That's rather risky, but okay. We, all of us, have pledged our lives to...
Keep your lives. I would rather you tend to my fallen. Some may yet survive with their minds intact.
Right. I mean, this all sounds fine to me, but I still don't trust him. I know not if my strength will be enough. I am no champion.
The battlefield is no place for uncertainty, boy. Fate has blessed you with a unique talent, and an occasion to use it. Do not waste such a gift. We strike!
Gods! Zervan is... Unu! Ah! Of course it's a gunblade. Uh-oh, that's not good. That is awesome, though. He slumbers once more. Well, I've got to give him points. That was cool as hell. Even if he is about to die now. You saved me. Why?
I told you, boy. Yours is a gift too precious to waste. A gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable icons. Emperor Varus, he raised me up from the ranks, stood against my directors. I gladly give my life in his service. You must finish this. Slay these leeches upon our star. Kill them all. Kill Zervan.
We must need withdraw and prepare our assault. At the cost of his very life, the legatus hath prized open for us a window of opportunity. So after all of my suspicion, at the minute, it seems like he... Oh! Don't know why we're here, of all places, but okay. I guess he wasn't going to betray us. Unu.
He's dead. Had I only been stronger. Enough of that. There'll be time for regrets after we've rid this world of Zervan. Triad has the right of it. The demon has fallen back into torpor for now, but we must act swiftly if Regula's death is to have meaning. The survivors speak of an army of thralls loose in the facility, and we must assume that these followers continue their efforts to awaken the icon.
Let us concentrate upon diverting them from their task. Mistress Kryl and Master Unu, prithee secure the controls to Zervan's shackles, and limit the restoration of his might. Archon Yoshtola and I shall forge ahead and strike down those thralls as would seek to harry you. Warrior of Light, thine is, as ever, the most perilous duty. Gather to thee thy trusted companions, and extinguish from this realm the fires of the demon himself. Yep, can do, will do, shall do. Containment Bay Z1T9 now accessible. The duty finder has been updated. So with that means that we don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot why I had those accepted. So let's get those off so I don't accidentally go into those. And Containment Bay Z1T9. Only one pillar of the Warring Triad remains, Zurvan, the demon, worshipped by a Mericidian race of centaur-like beings. This icon manifested upon the physical plane as an embodiment of eternal victory, and yet, despite his godlike might, Zervan was captured. He has languished in his amalgamate prison for now 5,000 years. Oh my god. His primal desire for justice swelling in magnitude with each passing millennium. Through an unlikely alliance with the 6th Imperial Legion, you and your companions were able to prevent a catastrophic awakening orchestrated by the demon's thralls. But your work is not yet finished. Honor the sacrifice of Regula van Hydrus and remove the threat of Zervan from this world once and for all. Containment Bay Z1T9. See you in 5 minutes.
The last pillar of the Warring Triad is set to fall. Let's see this to the end, Alex. The legatus spoke truly. The thick of battle is no place to question oneself, and I will accept any forthcoming duty with certainty or not at all.
When I volunteered for this mission, it was in the knowledge that my death would serve a greater purpose. We fell too quickly.
We will bear the Legatus' remains back to Garlemald. His favoured blade was shattered, but may your own weapon claim vengeance in his stead, or in its stead. Either way. Containment Bay Z1T9, commence. It actually took quite a while compared to normal, but it did give us time to go and talk to those other NPCs, so you know, swings and roundabouts. Pretty excited for this. The final of the Warring Triad.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zervan now.
Containment Bay Z1T9, Abalathia's spine. Zurvan the Demon. Do 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 do. Now, while I remember a very interesting bit of information, the hard mode of this has already been beaten. Already. I haven't even got to it yet, and it's already been beaten. Like, that is astounding. People want to do this stuff fast. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. So, how hard do you think this is going to be? I think maybe one wipe. Initializing final disengagement sequence. All non-combat personnel are advised to evacuate. Mine age of slumber is at an end. 1,000 years suns may set. But the insult of mine imprisonment hath been etched upon mine eternal memory. I am come to mete out judgment, to bestow the blessings of victory unending. I am Zervan, the Demon, he who standeth above all other gods, he who shall bring slaughter and ruin. Disengagement sequence complete. Zervan is released from containment. The Purge. Okay. The fires of anger roar and howl. He has a cool voice.
My doubt is fled.
This is the song from the trailer. Do 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 ba 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 ba. So it doesn't seem too bad so far. Do 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 do. Okay, well that was a thing. Nope, I'm good, thanks. Do 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 do. So it doesn't seem too bad so far. I've got a bad feel about what happens if you stand on that outer rim. By sorrow's chill doth all become ice. Okay. I've got a feeling he's going to expand that, so I'm going to step back a little.
I shall rise above all. Bear witness to my will.
Oh, hello guys. do 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 do. Execrated will, that's it. And execrated wit. Mercidian meteor of great damage and pain. He just hangs out back there. Extricated will, wit, and more will. Frozen in time, my armor is flame unto eternity's end. Oh my god, this looks terrifying.
Bow to mine infallible judgment. Suffer in endless torment.
So yeah, this music's awesome as all hell. Yeah, you guys take that. Infinite anguish envelops my body and soul. Well, that doesn't seem great. Oh, that's the wave cannon. So that's interesting. We don't often see many non-choreographed moves.
Suffer in endless torment.
I'd rather not. Ah, I shouldn't be in front. Never be in front. This doesn't seem that bad. Ah, the health is gone. Turfing. Up we get.
Has mine equivocation cost me this contest?
Yes?
Suffer in endless torment.
I'd rather not. So I'm pretty sure that we've got this. Unless he's got some big thing he's holding back. Yeah, get that limit break in. Ba 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 ba. Let's give that to summon as normal. Whew. And with that, we've defeated the final member of the Warring Triad. Oh my god, that was stressful. But it was fun, and the music was awesome, and I didn't expect 3 phases. Incredible as always, Alex. Hopefully that will be the last our world sees of the likes of Zurvan. Every one of his thralls has been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the Warring Triad is complete. An impossible feat, had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula van Hydrus, Hail Hydrus, and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner and possessed of far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on the return journey to Garlemald. 'Tis known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. And when next we meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. 'Twas an interesting exchange nonetheless. They spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varys befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. 'Tis common knowledge that Regula's rise to legatus was in part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varys's unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior. Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the warrior of light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew of the path I walked to reach this place, then you would understand why I doubt myself so. Return with me to the Rising Stones, and I shall tell you of it. I guess this is not the place. Well, I guess we head back to the Rising Stones for the end. This is going to be a long, well, not super long, but long talking cutscene, I imagine. I don't imagine there's going to be any voice acting, though that would be a nice touch to the end. It just seems a bit pointless at the very end to do it. Well, not pointless, but you know what I mean. I'm going to have a quick drink of water, because I think it's going to be a lot of talking. I'm going to wet the whistle. Alright. But yes, with that, we've defeated the Warring Triad. And it was a really fun set of quests and battles. It makes me, like, hopeful for the things that are going to come in 4.0, 4.x, whatever. Alright, so let's head in. Let's ignore the main story marker over there, because we're not getting to that yet. Alright. Unu, let's finish this. With your victory over Zervan, The Warring Triad is finally defeated. I am afraid, however, that mine own efforts have been more hindrance than help, and you and your fellow scions deserve to hear the reason behind my actions. And finally the truth is going to come out. Hello. Excuse me. I promised to tell you of my journey, of who I am, of where I'm from. The truth is, I am not of this world. Well, yes, you've already told me that before. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. When all I knew stood at the brink of destruction, I was yet half grown. Had I been born a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale. The seeds of other heroes had yet to fully sprout. Wait. The seeds of other heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is the one you know as the Void. Yes, it was as people had presumed. Well, there's only really been one world to hugely fail in the past. Though Alexander knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to him before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Aurasite, and the energies which bled from the imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. The heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in even greater amounts, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness. An entire world unmade in an instant. The void sent you encounter here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw on the motes of life force remain. Of what motes of life force remain. Elidibus, yes. Ah, so everyone was right then. As I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, 'twas a white-robed Asian who found my tormented spirit and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. Elidibus has been my master ever since. And the gear that he's wearing, I believe, is from the second in the Void Arc story raids, which is Weeping City, I believe. Anywho, at my mentor's feet did I learn of the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between light and dark, or dark and light. Suddenly and overwhelmingly superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As the self-appointed custodian of this balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously closer to oblivion. In what spirit did this master proffer such a warning? A benevolent gesture, or veiled threat? To these questions and more do I mean to coax forth answers, yet no matter his intentions, that Hydaelyn doth teeter on a knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master and act as his instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? Now, just before we continue, I've just realized something interesting. So Unu still has the echo, even though presumably his god or his Hydaelyn or whatever doesn't exist anymore. So, presumably taking from that, the echo that we have is not entirely 100% linked to Hydaelyn. Perhaps. Anywho, in thine own words thou wert called before at thy time, and I offer that thou dwellest overmuch on the question of what maketh thee a hero, or what maketh the hero. The search for the answer leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Unu. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor guided his actions until the last, and though we did not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called naught less than heroic. Personally, I find the faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Alex and the others will be there to support me, or steer me back onto the right path if needed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt, but look around you now, Unu. You're not alone anymore. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I will fulfill my promise to save this world, and when I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies. This is difficult for me to say. For so long have I spoken from behind a mask. We should all feel comfortable speaking with such concealments, or without. I should hope you appreciate the irony of that statement, Urianger. Alright, see you later, I guess. This still does beg the question of what Elidibus is going to have in how he's going to link into this in the future. The last pillar to fall. Complete. Ba 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 ba. Which leads me to believe that there is still quite a bit more in the future for us. Because this has a somewhat open ending. So let's see, is there a final entry? Chapter 4, Zurvan. The followers of Zervan were broken from their slumber, likely the doing of Sophia's worshippers, and immediately began attempting to rouse their master in the fullness of his power. We found ourselves in an unexpected alliance with the forces of the 6th Legion, and rushed inside the research facility to put a stop to the thrall's ambitions. Although we succeeded in this initial endeavour, the effort cost the lives of many Imperial soldiers, including that of Regula van Hydrus himself. Seizing the opportunity their sacrifice brought us, the Warrior of Light led a company of echo-blessed champions against the half-awoken demon, and cast down the final pillar of the Warring Triad. Upon discovering the flaws apparent in the Allegan's technologies, the Legatus chose to abandon its acquisition, and looked to recruit the aid of the Scions with nary a moment's hesitation. His was a decision motivated not by glory, but by a loyalty to his Emperor above all. Above all, he strove to enforce the will of his childhood friend and ensure that the primal threat hanging over this star would be eradicated. Over the course of our quest to eliminate the Warring Triad, the meddling of the Garlean Empire has been our greatest obstacle. That an officer so lofty within its ranks should recognize the danger and make such a rational choice is a significant development in our war against the primals. Ere the star upon which I was born became the Void, the champions who lived upon it chose to embrace self-destruction rather than cease their infernal conflict. They became lost within their own ambitions, strangling the life from one another even as the flood of darkness swallowed them whole. Here on Hydaelyn, the power of light is not so feeble. This world will survive while the balance holds, but we must also take care that the scales do not swing too far in light's favour. As we fight on the side of light, we must trust that our companions will steer us away from the lure of extremity and help guide us along the narrow path to salvation. It is the actions of men such as Regula van Hydrus that give me hope that the future of this star is not beyond redemption. And with that, we have completed the Warring Triad. Join me in the next, probably rather short video for unlocking the hard mode. But as it is, I thank you for watching this, well, quite long road, and I guess we'll see what happens next time in 4.0. Maybe we'll get continual, who knows. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.